Welcome back to Gym Challenge, Premier Challenge number 15. I am Dennis Geisler. Pikachu back with me with all of its insightful insight. We are back with round number 3 with Angel Torres and Keanu Inosanto, both at 1-1, looking to put themselves on the better side of qualifying for top cut. Keanu with the Chen Pao, Ogerpon Wellspring, the Raging Bolt, Entei, Lander Therian, and Fluttermane. Angel with Incineroar, Raging Bolt, Whimsicott, Rillaboom, Urshifu Single Strike, and Fluttermane as well. Another Whimsicott we're seeing here, this one with Sunny Day as well, the manual Sunny Day for a team that definitely likes Sunny Day quite a bit, not totally reliant on it, or not especially reliant on it like we saw with Kim's team in the last round, but still a Sunny Day happy team. And meanwhile, Keanu, we will maybe for the first time today see the Stellar Terastal, as Chen Pao does have the Stellar Terra type. Don't see too much of it, but Chen Pao is one of the main users that we might end up seeing, and could be it. We finally could see it here. In any case, an interesting matchup here to lead off. See a little bit more of that balanced team from Angel, basically just swapping out the Rapid Striker Shifu for the Single Striker Shifu and the Tornadus Incarnate for the Whimsicott, are fairly similar Pokemon. In any case, we get this one underway. Keanu's lead, Urshifu and Rillaboom. Get that terrain out, and Entei Fluttermane on the other end. This is the Assault Vest Entei that we've been seeing so much. Sacred Fire, Stomping Tantrum, Extreme Speed, Snarl. That Terra Grass. Fluttermane. The Choice Specs. Seen a lot more of that as the booster energy has become more useful on other things, although we don't actually see it in this one. Raging Bolt with safety goggles on Keanu's side. A lot of options here. Hitting the Urshifu hard with the Dazzling Gleam, not a bad idea. It is Clear Amulet, not the Scarf or the Sash, so it would probably just get taken down by one. Doesn't go for that Terastal, it is Terra Poison. Might see that right now. The Terra. It's actually on the Rillaboom going to be the one to get Terra. Terra Fire Rillaboom. Does have to fake out. Won't be able to hit Fluttermane with that. Urshifu with the Sucker Punch. Not going to knock out Fluttermane. Does a decent chunk. Grassy Glide though. The double into the Fluttermane, and that will pick up the knockout. Going to stop Urshifu from taking much of any damage. And the Entei will go to Stomping Tantrum into the Rillaboom. Does predict the Rastal, but only going to do about half of the HP there of Rillaboom. And that double priority was a nice move from Angel to get that first knockout. Here's an interesting spot. All these Pokemon are physical attackers, all of them with lower defense except for the Chen Pao. All of them with some kind of priority move, so there's a lot that can be done here. It is the Icicle Crash on the Chen Pao, not the Ice Spinner, so the grassy terrain will stay up. We could finally see it here. I'm not going to get too excited until it actually gets locked in, but in any case, the Entei, all these Pokemon have priority here. All of them have the option to just deal tons of damage, but conditionally. See what the move is. Rillaboom swapping out here, so it will mean the Rascalized Rillaboom will stick around. Incineroar coming in, so it will lower the attack of both of these Pokemon here for Keanu. No, it won't for Entei, that's got inner focus. It will for the Chen Pao. And it means that the Incineroar is in, which never a bad thing. First Incineroar we're seeing today. In any case, the Terastal, it will be on the Chen Pao. Terra Stellar for the first time. It means that each of its move types, the first move, will get a damage bonus. But that Sucker Punch not going to connect, going into the Incineroar slot. Previously the Rillaboom slot. The close combat nearly going to knock out the Chen Pao, but Chen Pao will probably get knocked out by the Incineroar Fake Out. Come out next. And and Entei's Sacred Fire will do lots of damage to the Urshifu. Not going to knock it out. It's actually not... it's not sash or anything. It literally just took that hit. Now, another tough situation to be in. A lot of priorities sitting around here. Chien-Pao is going to swap out, so we'll be able to stay standing here. Raging Bolt will be the one that comes in all of its height. Urshifu will detect. It'll take this hit if it's Entei. Ooh, Entei actually will target the Incineroar, taking about half of its HP. Incineroar did not go for the fake out. We'll see what its decision actually is. It might be a slow parting shot or potentially a knockoff. Will be a knockoff into the Entei. Takes away its Assault Vest, does a decent chunk. Not a whole lot of special damage we've seen yet on Angel's team, although all the other Pokemon that could be there are special attackers to one degree or another. So it won't be totally useless, but now it's Urshifu, definitely in extreme speed range. And Incineroar, take a hit. It used its Citrus Berry, so it doesn't have the additional HP, but it might just get hit pretty hard by this Raging Bolt here. Angel's side, you do have the Sucker Punch, always an option for the Urshifu. Actually just going to swap out of there. Get out, and it'll be Raging Bolt that comes in. Raging Bolts on either side, one of the best Pokemon introduced in Regulation F, and ooh, a critical hit on the Incineroar doesn't knock it out. Knock off onto the Raging Bolt. Take away its Safety Goggles. Again, not going to do a whole lot. Safety Goggles not super valuable into this matchup in particular. But a key critical hit there when taking Incineroar down to very low HP. Could be in range now for a priority move of some kind. Obviously, Extreme Speed is an option. Snarl, potentially. Not going to do a lot of damage, but will weaken the Raging Bolt and could potentially still knock out the Incineroar. It's pretty slow. Doesn't have the Assault Vest or any sort of special attack booster here, but it's still kind of dangerous. And the Raging Bolt versus Raging Bolt, I wonder if I can tell which one is faster. I think I can't. Incineroar going to swap out, so going to maintain that Intimidate. Urshifu is what comes in, and that might just be eating a hit here and getting taken down. It will indeed. The Extreme Speed finishes it off. So there is a knockout there for the side of Keanu. The Keanu's Raging Bolt gets the Dragon Pulse first. Nearly knocks out Angel's Raging Bolt. And that one gets the Draco Meteor, which will indeed knock out Keanu's Raging Bolt. So the Raging Bolt versus Raging Bolt matchup, there's the move difference. We get to see the importance of that move there, because obviously Draco Meteor, lots of damage, drops to the Life Orb as well. Yeah, Raging Bolt on Angel's side drops to the Life Orb, but had a lot more damage with that Draco Meteor, with the Life Orb, able to get the knockout, but got knocked out anyway on its own. Now Incineroar coming back in will get the Intimidate down onto the Chien-Pao. Stellar Chien-Pao will mean that it gets some value, but even still, it's pretty low HP, I believe, on the Rillaboom as well, so this Entei might just be able to clean this one up with 2 Stomping Tantrums, and I don't know what exactly threatens it here on the field. It's not totally unthreatened. The high horsepower out of the Rillaboom could do something, but I believe the Entei should be faster anyways, and could probably take the... just go for a Stomping Tantrum into that Rillaboom slot. I don't know what the downside of that necessarily would be. And if... both these Pokemon have Fake Out pressure now, and both of them could... they could just Fake Out both. This could be a double Fake Out turn. I don't think there's anything too absurd about that. Although Chien-Pao could protect, but a double Fake Out doesn't... it doesn't hurt anything. It's just a... it's a damage version of double Protect here. Chien-Pao will protect. Incineroar's Fake Out targeted into the Chien-Pao, not going to do anything. And Rillaboom will not Fake Out. It will stomp it. It will take the Stomping Tantrum and get knocked out by the Entei. It is now just the Incineroar remaining. I think that'll be it for the battle. I think that Keanu has this one handled. The Entei really getting its work done. The Stellar Terra Chien-Pao, we did not get to see the most impressive outing, but still going to be on the battle for the end screen. How's that? And it will pick up the knockout with the Sacred Sword. So that cool Stellar Terra, and boom. There's that big damage. Incineroar drops, and Keanu Inosanto will win game number 1. See the value of that Entei. Just has really good stats across the board, and nice coverage. I mean, we saw it use the Sacred Fire, the Stomping Tantrum, and the Extreme Speed. Actually, I don't think we even saw it use the Sacred Fire. I think it was just the Stomping Tantrum and the Extreme Speed. That was more than enough between the ground coverage and the +2 priority with that Extreme Speed. Now see what decisions Angel wants to make. The turn 1 wasn't bad. It got the Flutter Mane out of the way and did not take that much damage in return. But past that point, it was a struggle, and I'm curious if that Raging Bolt was a speed tie or just a faster Raging Bolt. My mental math is on faster Raging Bolt for Keanu's side, but can't necessarily be sure, and that could be an important matchup point because, again, that Dragon Pulse, the Dragon Pulse is much weaker than the Life Orb Draco Meteor. But if you can get the Dragon Pulse off and then get the extra Life Orb chip on top of it, you're not hurting too much if it means that now a -2 special attack Raging Bolt on low health is hanging around the battle. In comparison to if it was just able to get that shot off, switch out, be back in with full health. So we'll see what changes these two decide to make. Didn't see the Whimsicott or the Flutter Mane in game number 1 for Angel. Work fairly well together, the Sunny Day manual setup from the Whimsicott and the Flutter Mane, which gets the Photosynthesis boost on top of its choice specs. It would actually be a special attack boost, modest. I think. I have to preface it with I think. I just looked at the numbers. In any case, Angel sending out the Whimsicott and the Flutter Mane indeed. And the Entei and the Ogerpon on the other side. So as I mentioned, if the Sunny Day does get set up, it does not mean the Flutter Mane will be faster. It means it will hit even harder, and it is very fast. It is one of the fastest. It's probably the fastest thing on the field right now. So this could be pretty scary pretty quickly if you are Keanu, but at the same time, you do have the Assault Vest Entei. It does resist Fairy-type moves, and if it's not using a Fairy-type move, Flutter Mane is a bit less scary. The Shadow Ball is still obviously good, but it means it's not hitting both targets, and it doesn't get boosted by the Terra. So this could be a key turn here for both of these Pokemon. Or for both of these players, and for all of these Pokemon. Keanu barely gets the move locked in. Terra here will be on Keanu's side. It will be the Terra Grass Entei. A bit of a surprising choice, means it no longer resists those fairy moves from Flutter Mane. Does give it a decent matchup overall into some stuff. Whimsicott gets the Tailwind up, not going to go for the Sunny Day, just going to go for the Speed. Flutter Mane Power Gem, okay. The read there, genius actually from Keanu, means that actually going to be totally fine into that Flutter Mane. And in fact, now Flutter Mane is locked into Power Gem. Hold your breath. No burn? I think that's no burn. Ooh, there's the burn onto the Whimsicott. Will get taken down with a Sacred Fire. 2 Sacred Fires we've seen today. One of them is burned. That's 50% chance. And that is rough. The Tailwind does get up with the Whimsicott, but it's not able to get anything else going. And now Keanu's Flutter Mane is locked into Power Gem, which doesn't really do anything against either of these Pokemon. You either have to kind of lose Flutter Mane or swap it out now and only have one thing doing anything this turn, not to mention taking serious damage in that slot. Flutter Mane will swap out. We'll see what decides to come in. Incineroar would make the most sense. No, it's Rillaboom, actually. Rillaboom is going to take some serious fire this turn. Grassy Surge will get up. Wicked Blow will come out onto the Entei. It will barely take the hit. Ivy Cudgel will come out into the Rillaboom. Might have been nice if that was an Incineroar, but in any case, the Sacred Fire comes out after, and that will finish off the Rillaboom. Entei still hanging around in this one, able to pick up another knockout, and Ogerpon hasn't even really been touched. Ogerpon can still follow me here. Actually, it probably wouldn't follow me here. But we're now in a really rough spot if you're Angel here in game number 2. I struggle to see... You gotta get rid of the Entei as fast as possible. And Entei can still extreme speed on its way out, and I don't know that you have a way to knock out Ogerpon. A little bit of damage. No Focus Sash, so I'm not going to break Focus Sash or anything. Ogerpon going to take some serious damage. Here's the question. Dazzling Gleam, does it take down Ogerpon? No, it doesn't! 2 HP remaining! 2 HP remaining on the Ogerpon. Entei drops, but Ogerpon should be able to drop Flutter Mane in return. Ivy Cudgel comes out. There it goes. Flutter Mane is gone. That means it's just one Urshifu against the world. And I think if Flutter Mane comes in here... Well, any Pokemon coming in here will probably be able to seriously threaten this Urshifu. Believe... No Terrastal used yet, so you could Terra Poison to try to buy one additional turn. But even then, Raging Bolt will be able to come in and finish off the rest. Not to mention, you definitely have to finish off the Ogerpon here, so you're giving Flutter Mane 2 shots at you. There is the Terrastal onto that Ogerpon, or excuse me, onto the Urshifu. Terra Poison. Nice defensive matchup into the Flutter Mane Moonblast. It will take a much less damage, but still a lot of damage against that Choice Specs Moonblast. Wicked Blow. I'm actually going to the Flutter Mane. One-shots the Flutter Mane just straight up. But that means the Ivy Cudgel will come out. And that Ivy Cudgel, not going to end the set just yet. Urshifu still has one more hit, but Raging Bolt should be able to at least provide the pressure to finish this one off. And there it is, Raging Bolt, the Paldea champion. Thunderbolt plus Ivy Cudgel should be able to finish this one off for Keanu. Wicked Blow into the Raging Bolt. Not even going to do half of the HP there. And Ivy Cudgel will finish it off. Keanu Inosanto, a 2-0 victory up against Angel Torres, showing off a lot of the nice, a lot of the mix here, you could say. The Stellar Terrastal on the Chen Pao, we got a little bit of value out of that. We got the Entei, a lot of value out of that Entei. We're seeing a lot from the Entei returning. And getting to see a little bit out of the Raging Bolt, a little bit out of the Ogerpon Wellspring. A lot of stuff that we've seen a lot over this past regulation. But Angel definitely had some stuff going on there, but still, Keanu able to finish that one off. In any case, we will take a quick break. We will be back for round number 4. Don't go anywhere. We're getting close to the top cut. It's getting exciting.